Hey guys, welcome to Jungles and Dragons, a D&D actual play podcast about four monkeys who travel to the Forgotten Realms, go on an adventure to find their monkey friends, and have to do a dang court case and go to trial.
No cold
Hi, I'm
open this week.
Harrison,
We're
your
a
DM.
serious
Okay,
cast.
this is a very serious podcast. Okay, Ethan, take us away with your beautiful dulcet tones.
Hello, neighbor. It's time for J&D. I'm Ethan, your neighbor. Hello, neighbor. For today's, I'm playing Paul Beenis. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Paul Beenis, Paladin Chimp. Funky monkey fact is crime related because these boys, they did some nice stuff. They're going to court, so we're gonna share some other previous run-ins with the law that they've had. And Paul here, he's sort of a golden boy actually when it comes to the law. Back in the jungle, he never did anything really wrong except for one time when he was in jungle preschool. They were playing with jungle Legos, and there's this one little jungle Lego pizza piece that he had his eyes on. He did a naughty thing, and he stole it from the school.
So
What?
And it's caused him a heavy amount of guilt. And it makes him nervous around police officers and and cop cars and any law enforcement or government official because he's worried they'll find out. So
This kind of feels like a real Ethan fact, maybe, that you just applied to Paul Beenis.
no.
Is it? Because that's funnier.
Yeah, it is. But not the worried part. That's something that actually happened. But I don't get nervous on cops because of that.
No, I did the same thing. I did the same thing at my elementary school. They had like a daycare before school started for parents that have to or after school for parents that have to work late and can't pick up their kids right away. And I stole like a little Lego motorcycle, and I felt so guilty for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
You know those little toothbrushes in airports that are like tiny toothbrushes that have toothpaste built in? Like the dry ones. When I was 8, I was going to Tennessee with my dad, and I stole those from a store in the airport accidentally, and I was racked with guilt the entire trip. I was like, I have to go back. I need to go back.
I stole a couple of organs once or twice.
Hi, I'm August.
It's not a
playing
contest now.
I steal hearts all the time.
I'm playing Spoon's Rango. He's a blue monkey. He's a wizard, and his crime-related fact is that Spoon's always, whenever he gets called to jungle jury duty in the jungle jury in jungle court, he goes in for his interview where they check if you're fit to be on the jury, and he sits down and he wears his big white wire hair wig. He sits down, and whenever they ask him a question, he says, "Great googly moogly, I don't know." And then they always let him off jury duty because they think he's too crazy.
That's great. That's a good strategy. I'm gonna have to try that sometime.
I do that too, by the way. That's a real
I wasn't too sure about this great googly moogly bit when you put it in the Discord, but this is actually really good execution.
This is really good.
I wasn't too sure about this bit, but now I'm on the train. Hey guys, Gabe here, the official voice actor for Eugene T. Monkey, level 5 Mountain Dwarf Fighter. That's also a level 3 Hexblade and Old Capuchin Monkey. And mentioned before, Eugene's kind of an older fella. We mentioned his past, especially in regards to jungle Vietnam. So Eugene is technically a war criminal.
There wasn't a jungle Vietnam.
Jungle Vietnam
It was
took
just
place
Vietnam.
in the desert.
You mean the jungles of Vietnam? Is that what you mean?
The jungles of Vietnam.
No, there's the Vietnam of the jungle, of the vast jungle. They have a place called Vietnam.
So yeah, Eugene is technically a war criminal. So.
What did he do? Be very careful how you answer that, Gabe.
He was a soldier in Vietnam.
Okay.
All
right.
Fine.
Okay.
Good thing this isn't the Veterans Day episode.
That's Aani's time to shine.
I'm Nick. I'm playing Aani. So just druid baboon. Funky monkey crime fact is. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot. I have no idea. what I was about to say. I had a fact ready.
Seems like Nick's memory has been stolen. Uh-oh.
by Aani the baboon, real life character.
The Nick Alzheimer's episode.
Is there a false Hydra hiding somewhere around here?
No, I had a great idea.
Alright. Okay, well we're gonna start the episode, okay? When it comes to you. Just interrupt
say
us
it randomly.
and share your
so
idea.
bad for Nick.
No, Nick, I'm serious. Just when it comes to you, just interrupt the episode and share your funky monkey fact.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's a great bit.
All right, and we have a guest today as well. He's been on the show before. You know him. Hi, Jacob.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's been in 2 of our specials,
Yeah.
Hey,
which of course our audience listens to.
Hi,
Jacob.
Jacob.
Hello.
Jacob, you
Hello,
introduce
Jacob.
yourself and your character and your funky monkey fact.
Famous TikToker, famous Twitch streamer, Jacob here. I'm
One of
playing
those isn't a joke.
Pack and Fatlip, a Modron prosecutor.
Can you give us that
lawyer
name one
type-
more time?
Pack and Fatlip.
Yeah. Ooh.
He's a Modron prosecutor lawyer type deal.
Shaped like a big baseball man. Baseball man.
Yeah, huge baseball man with like 3 protruding limbs out the side of his face. And his funky Modron fact of the day is that he's never committed the crime in his life. He's actually put 38 million people in jail.
Wow, that's quite the track record.
Yeah, man, this guy's good.
Kamala Harris of J&D. But oh man,
What's that? Let's just talk about Kamala. How does that song go again? She's
No,
tough.
don't-
What is it? Tough but sweet? I don't remember.
Don't
It's very
sing
funny.
it here. Come on.
It's very funny.
it was
Is he
Dolly
from
Parton,
the,
right? Or was it the person from Wicked?
It's definitely not Dolly Parton.
Was it
Probably
Dolly
the person from Wicked, since it's set to popular from Wicked.
Blonde white woman. They look the same to me. I don't care.
Jungles and dragons and 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 jungles.
And you're all sitting in the courtroom. There's no jury, you notice, no audience. None of the seats are filled. Just you guys on one side, an empty like lawyer's table, whatever the prosecution table is called, on the other side. There's a lectern in front of you, and beyond that is this big dang desk that this little old judge is sitting behind. Next to that is a witness's seat, and the judge, this tiny, shriveled, raisin-like man, lifts his eyes slowly and looks down at you and says, "Well, I'm about ready for this trial to begin. Tell me, monkeys, who will be representing the defense?"
Oh man.
Spoons, put on the wig.
Spoons.
You represent us. Put on the wig.
What wig? What?
You know.
I know.
your wig.
I've been on jury duty with you. Put on the wig.
All right, take out the wig. I take out the big white wig and I put it on my head. I sit there.
I
You
lick
represent
my,
us.
I
sort
lick
of
my
push
thumb
him
and
up.
kind of fix some of the hair, and it's just like, all right.
Thank you. I stand up. I say, I will be representing the monkeys.
Wow! Very cool, okay. And representing the prosecution, drum roll, please. And the double doors swing open, and Jacob, describe your character as he enters.
Alright, imagine, if you will, a fucked up cube. Just the worst cube possible. And imagine this cube has the most fucked up, worst face you've ever seen. as he struts down the hall with 3 legs, a pair of wings, and 3 arms, only coming out of the left side of his body. In one arm, he holds a can of dip. No, that's his whole deal.
Good Copenhagen.
Yeah, a thing of Copenhagen. And as he enters, he goes and expertly shoots whatever he had in his mouth across the room 30 feet directly into a trash can, and puts another thing of dip in his lip as he walks down and sits himself firmly at the prosecution table, mumbling to himself.
Oh man, Paul, that guy looks like a modern day Atticus Finch. Oh man.
Yeah, this guy. Oh man, we're fucked.
The judge says, "Let me briefly explain how this trial's gonna work." And so you, the audience, may know of there's this podcast called Dungeons and Daddies, which you may know is the podcast that we ripped off several times.
Wait, what?
They did a trial, and they invented a system for D&D players to use, and it's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm doing it exactly right, but we're going to do basically the same thing. So the way this will work is Pack and Fatlip, you will call your witnesses first. You get 3 of them. You will examine them. Then Monkeys, you will cross-examine them. And then the opposite happens. You guys will call 3 witnesses, and Jacob will cross-examine them. The way the outcome of the case is determined is I will build you a dice pool based on how many points you make. Like, for example, we are not menaces to Faerun because we help people. That's 1 point. And then I'll make a dice pool based on how many points you make, and how effective those points are will determine the die I roll. And then we'll roll and see whether the prosecution or the defense has the higher number. And you can call objection, like in a real court case. You can do all that. I don't know how any of it works. I didn't study for this. But, whatever. If they do it on TV...
Jacob actually does law, so Jacob will know what to do, because he does law.
He did, interstellar law, right?
Okay, you did fictional law.
That was a class I was able to take, intergalactic super law. It was really stupid.
Is that real? Are you not fucking...
Yes, that's real.
No, this is real.
That's a real class.
Next episode, we'll do intergalactic super law related funky monkey facts.
Mine would still be the same.
And the judge, after explaining all of that, raises his gavel and says, "Let the trial to determine whether or not these monkeys are a menace to Faerun and deserve to be killed begin." And he swings his gavel down.
Killed?
All right, prosecution, you may call your witnesses.
Alright. To the stand, I call up Drisk Donovan.
Oh, no.
Who's that? Turn around.
Paul sort of puts his hand over his eyes, like not to look at him.
Oh, that's the
Jesus.
guy. That's the guy you kind of encouraged us to murder.
Yeah.
The judge pulls out this glass bottle with a cork in the top, and you see like this purple mist inside of it. And he removes the cork, and coming out of this bottle is a big purple genie. And the genie phases through the top of the tent, flies into the sky, and then a second later comes back down holding Drisk Donovan and drops him in the witness seat. And you could see that Drisk Donovan, to remind you, is the detective, the drow detective that you met in Menzoberranzan, and then pushed off a platform like 1,000 feet in the air. He is covered in a full body cast currently. It looks there's some like IVs and wires that it looks like he's been ripped out of. They're just kind of hanging there, and he just kind of falls limply into the seat, and he says, "What is this? What's going on? Where am I?"
Objection! That is the wrong Drisk Donovan.
The judge says, "My genie never fails." Overruled. Slams
You
the
only
gavel
said the
down.
name.
Lean over to the judge and say, "Hey man, can I like switch sides? Am I allowed? I think I can see where this is going."
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I don't think that's possible.
It's okay, boy. I turn over to Aani. It's okay. Old Jimmy Dean Stanton's got your back. Don't I? Look out the judge.
Just Donovan's looking at it. He says, "What's going on? Where am I?" And then he looks over and sees you guys, and his eyes widen 3 times that day, and he just starts shaking violently. He says, "No, get me out of here! Get me out of here, please!"
All right, Mr. Donovan. Now, you know these 4 individuals, right? You recognize them.
I think I would recognize the people who pushed me off the platform into Minzo Baranzan, yes.
We'll get to that. But you follow them around a bit in that city, that beautiful glowing city, that peaceful city.
They assisted me with a case, yes.
Mm-hmm. And
no, point us. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got it, boy. You keep it up, boy. You keep it up.
Now,
I take off the wig and I say, guys, I don't think this looks good for us. I don't know. I put the wig back on. It's all gonna be fine.
Now, Mr. Donovan, you'd say that me and you are both men of the law, right?
I'm an inspector, yes. Or I used to be when I was capable of inspecting, anyway.
And if given the capability, it is lawful to bring someone in alive, is it not?
I guess it depends. If I'm bringing someone in, I'll bring them alive. Sometimes they just sick the gnolls out, and then, they don't really worry too much about that. I guess it depends, really. Depends on the criminal, I guess.
Now, would you say that a few monkeys versus 1 monkey is not a fair fight, right?
I feel like that's highly circumstantial. It depends on the size of the 1 monkey and the size of the few monkeys,
Objection, that is highly circumstantial.
Overruled.
Affidavit.
Given the case of these individuals versus the late Elvis, would you not say that it was in their duty to bring him in alive?
So, yeah, I mean, it seemed like Elvis was up to something, definitely. I feel like he was about to do a spell or something, but they didn't really wait to find out, The little one kind of just cleaved him in half.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. They didn't even try to hear him out. They did not even try to bring him in alive. They had to be judge, jury, and executioner for this poor monkey. I'm sorry, hold on. I readjust the dip in my mouth. I move it up to the other side. There we go. Okay.
Spoons. Can you call objection on that?
I don't know no spoons.
I don't know your name, man.
What's your name?
I told y'all, I'm Jimmy Dean Stanton, lawyer extraordinaire.
Jimmy Dean Stanton.
Jimmy Dean.
Call objection on that real quick.
Yeah.
I've seen all this behavior before. It's all very familiar to me.
Objection. He moved the dip around a little too close to his mouth. I don't like that.
He's lying.
Well, no, he's not lying at all. My objection is that he was going to die anyway. They sicked the gnolls on him. We were
objection.
We tried to save him.
Die anyway. They sicked the gnolls on him.
Anyway.
The judge says, "I'm not really sure how that objects to anything, but that might be something you might want to bring up in the cross-examination."
Oh, then yeah, okay. Take away that objection.
Okay.
Objection rescinded.
Well, you can't rescind it. I overruled it first.
Strike
nope, sustained.
Is there a little reception lady typing all this out right now?
Yeah. Is someone doing old little watercolor?
There's this stenographer who is this very small but also very rotund woman with a red face. She kind of looks like a tomato.
You've got a bad face. You're off-putting.
She's typing away. Okay, go on, Jacob.
Now, Mr. Donovan, may I ask you how you ended up in this this situation you are in now? I kind of feel up his full body cast. Ooh, what is? Ooh,
yeah,
that's a nice material actually.
Mr. Fat Lip, I would appreciate it if you keep your hands off the witness.
Sorry. I just I have a tendency for a nice coarse material,
Yeah. So like I said, they assisted me with a case, right? And at the end, we acquired this book, a god book, a powerful artifact. And because we found it in Menzoberranzan, and it was part of my case, I thought that I should bring it back to our government. Maybe the Dark Lord would like to use it, or maybe not. I don't know. But the point is, it's evidence, right? I needed it. And because I asked for it nicely, they sort of tabletoped me off of a big wooden platform 1,000 feet down into the earth, and I kind of broke every bone in my body and got pancreatitis.
Objection.
These
My clients had nothing to do with the pancreatitis.
You see, not only do they show no mercy to an enemy, they would kill their friend in an investigation just to get a hold of evidence. If this does not prove that these 4 monkeys are menaces to Faerun, then I don't know what else will. And I do have more points to make, but consider this. Consider these 2 events, these 3 events.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
The judge wakes up.
That's what the judge says.
The judge wakes up and says, "Oh, is that it? Okay. All right, witness. Sorry, defense. Your witness." That means you can counter, cross-examine the witness now.
Guys,
Eugene,
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We did so much worse stuff in Menzoberranzan. He really just chose the technically the best thing we did there. So I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Take off the wig, guys. He's an agent of an enemy government. This is like the best case scenario for us.
Yeah.
Okay, pass me that wig there, Spoons.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I'll do 1 second. Here, take it.
Yeah. And I can't put it on my head, so I put it on my body. So now it's just a floating head with a wig in it. So
Your arms are like sticking out of the side of the wig.
Yeah. I pull up the wig so my arms and legs stick out. And I walk up to the plop, 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 walk up to the court, the witness table. Yeah.
How quaint. How adorable.
Drist, buddy, pal. Been a hot minute. Why don't you pound me one? Stick out my fist.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm all right, actually.
All right, excellent. So, you were there, right, in the dungeon, right, when we met someone. What was it, Noel Fielding? You were there. They sent out the Knolls, didn't they? They sent out those.
Yeah,
Knolls.
I don't think either of them were named Noel Fielding, but yes, they did send out the Knolls, right?
Yeah,
But there is a man called Noel Fielding out there, is there not?
I don't know if there is. I haven't met him.
A Noel called Noel.
He's out there. He's out there somewhere.
out there somewhere.
Objection, there is no one in this case named Noel Fielding.
But there is somewhere.
Objection sustained for relevance. Please
I
try to
assure you.
keep state of the facts of the case.
He was very relevant a few years ago.
So, yeah, they sound, and you'd say that nothing strikes fear like a Knoll, right? And those Knolls, they get pretty crazy, right?
I used to know a guy who said nothing strikes fear like a Knoll.
Yeah.
You kind of killed him
so-
too, so.
No, I didn't do anything. But yeah, so
I put away the
what would you
posters
say
from my
happens
stage play. Nothing
when a
strikes
Knoll
fear like a Noel.
apprehends a criminal? What happens when a Knoll apprehends a criminal?
Well, they kill him. They tear him apart, or sometimes they don't. Sometimes, if you're lucky, they bring the criminal back alive, but they're in no position to talk, regardless.
Yeah, and do you think Elvis looked like a lucky guy?
Oh well, if he was a lucky guy, I don't think he would have. Yeah, no, I don't think he did. I don't think so. No.
So yeah, you're essentially saying he was a dead man walking anyway, huh?
Objection, speculative.
Sustained.
The judge says, "Oh, okay then. All right. Objection sustained."
Damn it, Tones. You're doing his job for him.
Eugene, let me give you a shit. Let me give it a shot. Give me the wig. Give me the wig. Give me the wig. Okay,
I hop out of the wig and I hand it over.
Does that make you
I
the
stand
judge
up
now?
and I put. Yeah. I put on my big Colonel Sanders white jacket. I stand up. I say. I walk up to Drist. I say, "Mr. Donovan,
Yes.
this is heaven. We're judging your forgiveness and see if you're going to be allowed into heaven. We are angels, and this is heaven." I get really close to him. These are the gates of heaven, Drist Donovan.
Objection. What are you talking about, man?
Sustained. This is heaven. Then I go back to my seat. Like,
the judge turns to the tomato stenographer and says, "Strike that from the record, please. This is not heaven."
I just walk back and I put the wig on Aani. I just take it off and put it on him.
There's no way to get out of this. We assaulted him.
No, I got it. Here, give me the wig. Give me the wig.
We did a good thing. We
Give Paul the wig.
Give me the wig. Okay. Put on my head. Well, I got a few things to say about this one. Well, you see, Driss Donovan, we didn't push him. He tripped on his coat.
That's not how it happened. That is not true.
How do you know?
Do you have security camera footage?
I was there.
Wait,
yeah, but that's
Paul. Call one of us as a witness. Paul.
I'll call Eugene as a witness to this event.
You can't do that. It's not your turn yet.
I come up to the witness stand.
There he is. Look, he's already there. You can't take it back. He's there. Sorry.
You can't do that.
This kangaroo
I was
court.
there. He
This
tripped
chimp
on his
court.
coat. I was there. He tripped on his coat.
Yeah, he wears that long, stupid
Columbo
trench coat.
Now,
He thinks he's Columbo, this guy, but his trench coat's too long. He tripped and fell right off.
I walk in from the door. Of
Doing
the
a
tent.
Three Stooges bit, recreating the event.
Yeah, let's recreate it. I put on a really long, stupid trench coat like the one that Driss Donovan wore. See, look at me. Look how stupid and long it looks.
I pretend to be the hole of the chasm. I flatten myself against the ground.
And I'm detective. Trip. And falls onto Eugene. That's how it happened.
Objection. That's exactly
That's
how
all
it
of our
happened.
words against his. He's one man.
Objection.
He's trying to make himself look better. So he's blaming it on us. It's disgusting, really. It's awful. That should be a crime. This lying and gaslighting.
Can I get the wig, guys? Can I get the wig?
Yeah. Here you go.
I cross my arms and lean up against the judge's stand with the wig on. I say, "Judge, what's your name? Where are you from?"
My name is Mike Judge.
"Hello, Mike Judge."
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge. Where are you from? Mike Judge?
I'm from Arlen, Texas.
They got copyright law in Arlen, Texas.
What's that?
Oh. What's that? I raised to the court a number on Mr. Donovan's honor. I point at him. Mr. Donovan could often be found touting the phrase, "The game is on." Popularized.
Nope, that's not what it was.
The game is afoot.
Wasn't what it was.
The game is on. The game is on.
The game is afoot.
Game on.
Popularized by Arthur Colden Goblin, famous author of Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I really don't see what this has to do with you fellows.
I don't think that's
down
right.
A 1,000-foot chasm.
Pass me the wig. Pass me the wig.
Okay. Pass me the wig.
Hey guys. Hey, Driss. Remember when we were on that big golden dome, right? And there was a group of people there, and they were getting attacked by spider people, and we killed those spider people.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay. I do remember that. Yes.
And what about the big dire hyenas that were attacking people that we also killed?
Yep, you did kill the dire hyenas. That's true. You did save all those people.
Hey, what about the city?
Yeah, don't mention that.
Oh, well,
the big aboleth. We got rid of that.
You did kill the big aboleth. Yes.
Yeah, and we're pretty good at what we do, huh? Yeah.
I mean, look. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one. Sure, whatever.
Also, we killed that nerd. We don't like nerds.
That's smeggy nerd.
That was my boss, and he was kind of just doing his job. But
no, wait, you don't like your boss. You don't like your boss. The employees do not like their boss.
I mean, I didn't like my boss. I thought it was wrong that he sicked the gnolls on Elvis, but I don't know if that means we should have killed him.
We reformed your prison system? We just reformed your prison system?
No,
oh, man.
you didn't. You killed a man.
Well, I didn't do it. That was Paul. But I think that's a big win for us. 3 big wins.
I don't think any of us have any memory of pushing you down, because that's not something we would do. We might have still been under the Aboleth's curse. I think we were under the dregs of the Aboleth's curse. My mind was made all funny and fooey. It was made all googly and moogly when I was under the Aboleth curse. Now, I
as
never
a witness, I
pushed a man.
validate that.
I would have never pushed a man lest I was under the Aboleth curse.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
objection, magic.
I don't
We do
think
magic happened.
I don't think that's true. I think that pretty sure the Aboleth was dead, like well and dead, when you pushed me off that platform.
Yeah, well, you weren't there. Huh?
I was
You
there.
didn't see what we see.
Okay, all right.
Objection. We're done here.
Paul, bring us home, buddy.
Fuck.
Sustained.
Okay. Your next witness, prosecution.
All right. Well, we've seen how they treat their enemies. We've seen how they treat their friends. Let's see how they treat their family. I call up to the stand Chattanooga T Monkey.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
The judge, Mike Judge, bangs his gavel down, and the purple genie flies out of his bottle, goes into the air, and then comes back down with Chattanooga and drops him in the witness seat. And you can't see Chattanooga past the box, so he climbs up and sits on top of it. And he says, "What is, Dad? Guys, what is this?
Hey,
Uncle
hey,
Aani?
hey.
What's going on here?"
Hey, and say
man.
Uncle Paul, because
It's also Uncle Spoons.
yeah. You might as well just address us all at that point. It's just a little
And
weird
Uncle
not to.
Jimmy Dean Stanton.
Oh, no, this is another Mr. Hollywood thing. I can't do 2 of these. I'm sorry. I can't deal with 2 of these.
No. This is acting, Chattanooga. Get with it.
Guys, we're really gonna win this case, baby. Let's get it. Oh man.
Hey, who's the little guy? Who's the little robot guy?
Sorry. Now,
Swallow step.
Mr. Monkey,
That's me, Chattanooga T Monkey.
Mr. Chattanooga. Would you say you love your family? Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, I love my dad and I love my kids. Yep, I do.
Now,
And
would you
your
say how would you feel if someone were to let's say misplace your grandkids? Not your grandkids, fuck your children.
Fuck his children? Objection, Your Honor.
We are a pedophile prosecutor here.
Your Honor, that is vile. That is
Permission
vile
to-
for a place like this.
Kick him out from the court.
Objection sustained. I don't want to hear about that.
I don't know where this little man's from, but down in the South, we don't do things like that.
Yeah, we do things a bit differently.
The Chattanooga. Would you say how would you feel if one were to misplace your children? How would you feel about that?
I'd be pretty upset. I still am pretty sad because that kind of did happen.
And who misplaced your children?
Well, it was my dad, Eugene, but I mean, Eugene's a little, he's a little, Dad's a little bit, how do I say it?
Crazy.
See, he admits it.
Objection, he's senile. He didn't mean it.
Yeah, right. That's what, I would say it more tactfully than that, but he's a little old and he's not always quite right in the head. And yes, I'm pretty upset that he left my grandkids in the treehouse and wasn't there to help them when they got abducted. But he's doing what he can to get them back.
Yeah, objection.
And where
true.
are
That's
your?
true.
Do you have any? Do you have any knowledge about where your children are now?
No, I do not.
Objection, I just haven't told you yet.
Yeah, true. I just haven't told you yet.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten around to it yet. You do.
I know what's going on.
We have a pretty good idea. At least
He knows what's going on. Tell us, Mister.
In a cosmic sense.
Tell us, Mr. Eugene, where are your grandchildren right now?
We're under a gigantic watch with a big
next to a real big stopwatch.
Oh yeah, I mean you're talking about like Dad's vision he had. I mean yeah, but like that doesn't like tell us anything really.
Your children could be in danger, Mr. Chattanooga. Your children could be in grave, mortal danger.
You're just speculative.
Yes, but, I mean, overruled. This world sucks. They're probably in danger.
Now, let's say something were to happen to them. Who would you pin the blame on?
I mean, does it like probably whoever hurt them?
But wouldn't you think that since you entrusted your sweet papa with your beautiful children, is it not his fault that they got lost? Is that not his responsibility?
Objection. Why, might I ask, Mr. Chattanooga, is it that your children are not sat happily at home in their jungle?
The judge says, "You may talk to the witness when it's your turn, Mr. Stanton."
I'm Stanton. Sit down.
What was your question again, Jacob?
If it's Eugene's responsibility to have looked over the children, that he's the one truly at fault for if they're in danger.
I guess, yeah. I mean, again, he's doing everything he can to find them, but I guess for that specific moment, it kind of was Dad's fault.
See, these individuals have no regard for keeping their family safe. They would rather just, what was it, you were going on a fishing trip? You could have brought them along, you could have watched over them, but no. You had to give them 5 feet of vine and travel miles away from home.
How do you know this?
All by themselves. I think this point speaks for itself.
Where did you get this information?
I have my sources.
All right, defense, you're a witness.
Okay. Mr. Chattanooga T Monkey, may I call you T?
I mean, I'd rather you not.
Okay, Chatty.
Okay, that's marginally better, I guess.
For what reason, as I said, for what reason that our friend so graciously brought up, Mr. Fat Lip, for what reason were your children abducted, as he put it? By whom? By what forces?
Well, by the Neverwinter military.
The very Neverwinter military sat in this room.
Yeah, you're right.
Your Honor, does that not pin more of the blame on your very government than my elderly, poor, veteran, war hero of a friend?
I don't know why you're talking to me. I'm not supposed to answer you.
I was just throwing it your direction.
Okay.
And subsequently, Your Honor, I would like to raise Eugene's mental state as a genuine concern.
I'm so crazy.
And while the rest of us may very well be the rest of them and also the other guy may very well be held accountable in their own lanes, Eugene T. Monkey is insane.
I stack up some blocks and I pretend to be a big Godzilla-type monster and I knock him down.
Oh my god, look at him. He's unhinged.
Someone has to help this guy.
I start jumping up and down a lot.
The judge says, you really should be talking to the witness, not to me, but if anything, you're proving that he's more of a menace.
Would any other Stantons like to get up here?
Okay, I put on the wig. Yeah, I'd just like to say... Jesus Christ, not again.
Dude,
take the wig off. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Let me grab the wig. Listen, man. When a child is kidnapped by any kind of deranged freak, the parent is not arrested. Okay?
Yeah.
Clearly, in this situation, the Neverwinter military are menaces to our jungle. All right, listen, that's their fault.
Yeah, but they're not on trial, are they?
Yeah. All right, man. Maybe they should.
Maybe they should be. Ooh.
Objection,
With that
irrelevant.
Yeah, objection sustained. This is not the trial of the Neverwinter military.
Well, it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
So there.
That's the
All
stance
right.
that we take. That it should be.
Good point.
All right, prosecution. Next witness.
For my final witness, I call Mr. Paul Beenis to the stand.
Wait, what?
Oh man, this is gonna be easy. Okay.
The genie grabs you, Paul Beenis, and wraps its arms around you and carries you to the witness seat and drops
against
you
the
in.
wooden floor.
Takes you up to the roof, all around, and then back down.
Oh.
We've seen how these individuals treat their enemies, treat their friends, treat their family. But let's see how they treat helpless creatures. Paul, would you mind emptying your, what do you call it, your prison pocket?
Objection, irrelevant.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have.
Oh, really? Oh, because according to my intel...
I mean, I have these pockets in my jean
I'll let
pants.
you prove the
my
relevance,
skinny jeans.
Mr. Fatlip.
According to my sources, you have something shoved up your ass right
Objection.
now.
This is clearly disgustingly fetishistic in nature, and there is no place for that in the court.
Objection overruled, but I would like to see you make your point soon, Mr. Fatlip, before this goes too much further.
Now, Judge, you know about the whole tiny dying men craze, right? It was so popular on the children.
Oh yeah,
Faerun.
they were like pet rocks.
Yeah, and typically,
Rocco.
when you have a tiny dying man in your possession, you want to take care of it. You want to make it feel at home. You want to make it feel comfortable.
Right. Well, it's kind of immoral to begin with to breed men who are constantly dying and tiny. But yes, you would buy like an enclosure for it with a little office.
Now, and I pull out a stethoscope. May I inspect you for a minute, Mr. Beenis?
No, you do not have my permission to even touch me. So, but
You need a warrant for that.
I will pull anything out of my asshole that you want.
I would like to see the tiny dying man shoved up your
Live
ass.
your wildest dreams.
I will provide you everything that is up my bungie.
TP for my bunghole.
Whichever. I pull out 121 gold, a draconian ring, a banana phone, 2 healing potions, a gun with 1 bullet, the ring of become a statue, some mummy dust, Garshwabble, and a pirate rapier.
Sorry,
and
what's
a dragon
Garshwabble?
scale.
What was Garshwabble again?
What is it?
The Garb Swabble
What is
brand
Garshwabble?
gummies, the performance enhancement.
Oh yeah, that made me talk like Yoda. Can I
steroids.
actually pop one of those in right now?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, at some point during this trial, you do need to, or else you're going to have withdrawal.
I'm gonna pop one in once I pick it out. Ooh,
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't just do that.
nothing. Just a little snack.
No honor for the court. This man just took Garswabble.
Objection, that is medicated by a doctor.
Yes, I have prescription. I have.
May I see the prescription? Is that also up your ass?
It's at my house.
Objection overruled. Those are clearly illegal Garb Swabble steroids.
I bought him at Trader Moe's. Arrest him, not me.
That's how it works, yeah. That's how it works.
I mean, that's all
When you're
pirated
calling drugs,
works.
you can just say who you bought it from, and then they get arrested, not you.
Willing to snitch? I am.
Paul, I know you have one up your ass. I know it's up there. You were required by court to shove it out. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, thank God it's up there. I'm so glad he's not lost in the dimension anymore.
I bend over, like, so my asshole's like facing the ceiling, and I just shoot him out.
Ah! He falls and bonks his
He
head
goes
on
through the
box.
roof.
He goes bonk and falls on the ground. And he goes, oh, it was so dark and I'm so
Oh my
thirsty. I haven't
I'm gonna cradle the tiny dying man in my arms.
With Paul's shit.
Oh, poor thing.
Your
Oh
hands
my
are
God.
too hot. Oh.
The
I'm
prosecutor's
burning.
hurting my friend.
Yeah, objection, he is hurting the tiny dying man.
He's harming him.
All of my bones
Oh, I'm
are
harming
pain.
him. I'm harming him.
Yes.
Where were you
listen
keeping
to
him?
Listen to him.
I've been trapped in Paul's butthole for so long. Oh, all of my bones are broken. It's so compact.
No. You like it in there.
Such callous disregard for such a frail being. I am disgusted by you, Mr. Beenis.
Oh, help me, save me, please. Oh.
If this does not prove they are truly menaces, that they would keep a tiny dying man up one of their friends' assholes,
I think
and let
I
his
have
bones
an
break,
coli infection.
then be subject to such treacherous territory.
I invite the prosecutor. I invite the prosecutor to try his best in every which way to comfort the tiny dying man in a form of consistency.
I'm gonna gently place him on the table. I'm gonna pull out a little tissue. We're gonna give him a little blanket.
Oh, it's so hot. Take this thing off of me. Oh.
Okay, I pull it off. Just
I'm
a tiny
freezing.
bit,
Oh, I'm freezing. Ah.
I carefully shift it up and down to the point where I find the exact equilibrium.
Stop rubbing it on me. You're giving me rug burn. Oh.
See, he's harming him. He's hurting him. Make him stop, Judge.
I'm trying to help him. What have you been doing? Huh?
I've been helping him too. He likes it in there. He crawls in there all the time.
I don't. It's the worst.
Mr. Dying Man, do you like it up there?
It's the second worst place on Earth.
What's the first?
We know what the first
dying
is.
village.
Dying village.
Oh yeah.
Wait, does that mean that the horrible bag of beast dimension is not as bad as Paul's ass?
No, it was pretty terrible, but at least it was like kind of interesting.
Excuse me, Time Dying Man, why do you always request to go back in Paul's ass?
I've never once done that.
Yes, you have!
Nope. Didn't happen. Not how it happened. Nope.
Excuse me, can you bring out the big book of truth that makes people tell the truth?
You
please,
guys are
Judge?
so mean to me, and you're accusing me of lying. You're so mean to me all the time. You yell at me and you point at me and you say, "Look at you, little fatty, little fat fatty."
You're lying.
Excuse me.
We don't
you
do
spit
that.
at me and you laugh at me. It's the
The Tiny
worst.
Dying Man has clearly been paid off by the prosecution.
It's true. They call him fat all the time,
Dying.
Your Honor.
Oh.
He's telling the truth. He's right.
I'd also like to point out for the record that according to many a witness, many a public testimony, that Mr. Beenis, what would you say is your core catchphrase?
I'm Paul Beenis, that's what he always says.
My core catchphrase? Oh.
Yeah.
Splendid.
Mr. Beenis, we both know you're lying. Come on now.
Objection,
I don't-
Mr. Fatlip. Mr. Beenis says, splendid. I say, great googly moogly. And Aani Funny Baboon says, oh, how quaint. Eugene is too crazy to speak.
I pick some lint out of my belly button and go, how quaint.
I have many a witness testimony. I pull out a big notepad. I scroll past a bunch of little doodles I've made of me killing several people. Okay.
Whoa!
It says right here that many have witnessed you screaming the phrase "I love blood."
Oh, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. You're gonna need some audio
You don't know.
waveform, like for that.
Harrison,
Okay.
is there any like D&D creature that can repeat audio?
The judge pulls out.
Brings out a
his,
big bird.
Yeah, the judge sits a kenku on the desk, and the kenku repeats, "I love blood."
Oh,
Now, is that not your voice, Mr. Beenis?
that's a very good impersonation.
No, that is a Kenku.
The Kenku. Yeah, that was not me. I can trust that.
Paul's Yoda right now, so it is a different voice.
Oh yeah. I mean, thanks for reminding me. They kicked back in. Gosh, very good.
God, this is the most infuriating case I've ever been in. Holy shit.
Oh, point us, guys. Point us.
Well, I think I made my point very clear. These four are menaces to Faerun and need to be taken back to their jungle and or killed immediately.
Killed yourself.
Mr. Beenis.
Hi. Hi.
We're cool, right? We're all pretty cool guys.
All very cool guys.
All very cool
Best
guys.
friends, I might say.
What was your first point, Jacob? I've forgotten now.
First point was how he doesn't treat the tiny dying man well.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Beenis, did you not recently, in one of our many excursions around our current city of residence, Draconia, did you not find something quite disturbing in the park in relation to our tiny dying friend?
Something I found very disturbing.
What was that, Mr. Beenis? Under oath, of course.
Village of tiny dying people everywhere.
Oh, tiny dying people everywhere. Now, our little friend was presumably ecstatic to be reunited with his people, was he not?
No, not at all. It's his first worst favorite place.
His
It's the worst place in the world.
Ah, corroborated. And why is that, Mr. Tiny Dying Man?
Oh, they're so mean to me, and they say that I'm a curse from the devil, and that I was born under a bad star.
And if I'm not mistaken, they say this because the wind kicked up when you were born?
There was a terrible wind, yes.
And nothing was destroyed, really. It was just very windy, right?
It was a terrible wind and a bad omen, and I also have this little birthmark on my wiener.
What does the birthmark look like? Can we see the birthmark?
No.
Can you draw the birthmark for us?
Yeah, I could draw the birthmark. He draws a birthmark. It looks like it's like a it's a Jesus fish.
Oh, the Jesuit. I look back up the.
No, it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence that it looks like that.
I don't know who to talk to because there's no jury, but Your Honor and the guys from Neverwinter who took us in and want us dead. Hello there, little short man, little tiniest of men. How you doing there?
Hi.
Anyway, Mr. Beenis, this place was a place of abuse for our tiny dying friend, and you provided him with a haven that he so needed, correct?
Yes, yes, the bunghole better than the village.
And moreover, did you not try at the start of your relationship with the tiny dying mister? Did you not attempt to feed him and service him in every possible way and get him one of those famed tiny dying carrying cases, tiny dying businesses? Do you not, in fact, own in our very house? I walk past it every morning. Do you not, in fact, own a tiny dying enclosure that he refuses to set foot inside?
Yes. The tiny dying man, kind of an asshole, provide him so much and he rejects it all. Complains all the time.
Your Honor, I'm finished with this witness. Do any of the other Harry Deans, no Jimmy Dean Stantons want to take a stab? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna sit down. Goodbye.
Okay, end of episode.
Okay.